Hari Om. We say Hari Om Tat Sat, which means the one who takes away the sorrow is the truth. And often people reside in the yogic realm, they're noticed to have more or less of the inner smile and happy attitude from within. They have the charge from within. Where is it coming from? Nobody knows how. But the sages have written in many books, and there are so many books on yoga subject, and you can study infinitely. But all the yoga is boiling down to one thing: to taking less than producing. So unfolding the powers from within out. We get this much of nourishment from mama, feeding our senses, from the society, from our friends, get so much experiences. And then how much do we produce energy out? So this is the formula that governs the lifespan of a human being. And it's noticeable that the life of a person, we can count in numbers, but it's beyond the numbers, because in 1 second we can live the whole eternity and time stops in the moment of bliss. So in the lifespan of a person who is giving more and more naturally, the quality of life is so high, then the person gets to experience so many profound revelations that the life becomes fulfilled. So the idea of yoga is to practice set of systems purifying the psyche, purifying all of the layers of our being, beyond this physical, energetic body, mind, and then emotions, and all of the subconscious contents of the mind. We practice lots of things, and they come and go. It's life. We get overwhelmed by stimulus, especially when we are up for a challenge in reality, when we cleanse the body and pray a lot, then more challenges come. It doesn't get very much easier, though the gaps when there is a profound experience of bliss, they become more fulfilling and inspire for longer and underlie the strength to be able to stand the pain and suffering which comes as a practice. And then we learn to detach ourselves from that suffering experience and only extract the lessons. We become like that magical swan that drinks the milk mixed with water and only extracts the milk and leaves aside the water. So we have yamas, niyamas as part of Ashtanga Yoga, which are the code of conduct for dealing within the society and within ourselves. This is one of the major principles of yoga, to detox their habits of interacting in a very damaging way within the society and with ourselves, yamas, niyamas. Then asana, we learn to move the body in such a way that eventually we can sit still without being uncomfortable in the body. It just becomes still, solid. And as part of this yamas and niyamas come all the detoxing practices like shatkarmas, cleanses, where we drink salty water, purge it out, we drink, put it down this way, we do neti with salty water to cleanse the whole skull area, and we practice special particular kriyas and pranayamas. So all of the channels become more or less pure to allow the good energy to pass through. And then after asana is perfected and we can sit still and we feel shanti, we feel good. We can't wait enough to sit still because there is so much to do usually. And we just find the time and we sit still and we feel so good still, no moving. And pranayama comes. Then conscious breathing, connecting with the prana, expanding the prana. First pranayama breathing exercises, opening up again the channels, pranic channels, energy. And then starting working with the mind. And at first, it's an effort, it's a conscious guidance into the one-pointed awareness, concentration. And the meditation happens spontaneously in the place of ease, in the big relaxation. And yoga is no tension. When there is no tension in the body, in the mind, when there is no aspirations and only the work, duty, dharma. You just follow, you do, and eventually this meditation comes into the daily life where we become aware, no matter what we do, clean, we stay in the state of gratitude for the experiences, the realization of something which is so great and so much greater than everything that we can put a finger on, that is governing all the principles in the universe, all the dark and light. And the best duty I, as a human, can do is to continuously remember about the greater source that we are all coming from. And who am I here? Just a peg in the big mechanism, in the big event, and trying to do my best. So this is yoga, and in Shantidvara we practice this kind of yoga. We also move a lot of body, and we do chant a lot, and it's very, very peaceful and not busy, because life at the moment demands a little bit peace, a little bit more reflection and self-practice. But when we gather and we sing loud, and we really like to come and get uplifted with the Sangha. And Sangha is the company of dharmis, people who follow dharma. Always in the Sangha, there are people of different walks, paths, and habits. You know, I used to go in and out of like being scared, basically, of my inner energy. Every time I would have the activation of energy, what would I feel? I would feel like, oh my God, so much is coming, and all people are challenging me, so difficult. I would often go and I start smoking, because that was the habit that I used to employ every time I would feel anxious from teenage, basically. So, of course, all the bad habits, they're putting down that energy. And eventually we would allow this energy to just manifest. But suppressing is never helping. I've been through all of this and pushing very hard onto myself. Gently, just good habits replacing the bad habits. And eventually this desire to spend dull time, just being spaced out and distracted, they just go. And it's all replaced with the virtuous activities, meaningful and purposeful. So wishing you all great yoga and peaceful days, good, wonderful company of people, and good weather, good health. And united we stand, all people on the same path, learning. No expectations from each other. Hari Om Tat Sat.